Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with yet another episode of What's Your Love Story? I am your host for today, Carlin. Phaedra's not here. I know we look the same, but we are definitely not the same person. So today I am being joined with two of my favorite people in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Two of my favorite people in the world. Like, we just interviewed his brother and sister-in-law. And brother-in-law to you, sister-in-law to you. My other favorite people in the world. These people right here. There's a little bit different history behind these two people right here. Like, before I even introduce them, I want to let them be known like this. It was a point in time where I was down and all the way out. Your boy just got custody of his children, and I didn't know what I was doing. And they had to have a conversation. This brother right here put me to the side and said, listen, this is what you're going to do. You're going to do it like this, we're going to do it like that, and that's how we're going to do it. Right. I said, bet. We did it like this. We did it like that, and that's how I got done. That was just it. When I tell you, when the man speaks, you got to respect the fact that he spoke, because he a big jokester, but when he talks seriously, you listen. You know what I'm saying? And this, his lovely wife over here, Toyia, this is Quinten, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the podcast, y'all. Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having
and now
us.
I didn't transition very well because I'm going to talk about Toyia for a second. I messed that all up, but it's what it is. It's freestyle at this point. Toyia, again, when your boy was down and out, Toyia wrapped the arm around me, was like, we got you, bro. Me and Q got you.
That's right.
So what happened was I would be off work, and Toyia would be like, what you doing, man? Knowing I was just out. I was just down, just trying to figure it out. We used to go to the castle with the kids. Yep. You go to the castle. Castle, for people that don't know, in this area of Virginia Beach, the castle used to be a toy castle. That's the name. What was the name of it, right?
Yeah.
It used to be like
Toy Castle.
Yeah. It was just like Toys R Us, but it's called Toy Castle. So the Toy Castle went out of business, and was it Goodwill? Salvation Army bought them out. So we did that. We used to take the kids to the castle. We never told them it was Salvation Army. We just told them it was the castle. And the kids used to have a blast. Yo, we used to have a blast.
That's a joint Lynn name, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
That's right.
it goes
That's right.
down now. Though.
It is it?
It's so sad.
Oh, that hurts the
It hasn't been
feelings.
there, I
Is the
know.
building still there?
The building's still there.
It's a
But it's
Mexican
empty. It's
restaurant?
because of COVID.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. So many memories. So many memories. But anyway, I could go on and on and on and on about the things that these two people right here have done for me and the kids, man. It's unbelievable how family really comes together.
That's right.
And it's just the epitome. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, again, help me welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Quinten, I almost said Damon, Quinten and Toyia Warrick.
He's way older than I am, man.
Yeah. You know, sometimes the brain. So, yo, tell us a little bit about yourself before we start. I know a lot, but they don't know nothing. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Ladies first.
Oh. All right. Well, let's see. I'm Toyia Turner Warrick.
Ooh. The whole thing. There's history behind that middle name.
Yeah, because, my middle name is Lynn, but my maiden name is Turner.
That's true.
And it can't take it back, so I'm a Turner girl. But I am a Warrick woman. And I have 5 kids. They are grown children now. 22, 21, 20, 18, and 15.
Glad you
I got
did it.
4 kids. I have currently 3 kids in college, and I'm on my way to have my 4th one. So I am a working mom. I'm a middle school teacher. I love to go on trips. I love drinking. Wine, beer, liquor, you choose. I like it all.
This selection is impressive. I'm just saying.
But, I'll think of other things later on. But that's pretty much me in the gist.
Word.
Well, I am a Leo, so let's just start there. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm Quinten. I'm father of 5 kids. It's Carlin. All you guys know, having a lot of kids is just it's a challenge.
It is.
So, but right now I'm currently doing I'm field dispatching for tractor trailers.
Okay.
It's a new field for me. Been there about 3 years, so I'm enjoying that. Taking care of the house. Just being a dad. Love of owning a home and doing the stuff around here. This basically takes up a lot of my time. So, I enjoy. Some of us enjoy being at home more than others.
Uh-oh.
Ain't no room. Ain't no room.
No, I'm just playing. But I love to find a good project around the house and just hang out and do that stuff. But yeah, I met this lovely lady over here. What about almost 30 years ago? Yeah, all together.
30?
Yeah.
Might as well say that.
Might as well say about 30 years because we dated for about 6 years. So it was like 94.
Yeah.
Yeah, 94. Well, it was about to be
Oh, dang.
next year.
Graduated that year.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. So,
Christ.
you know, we had our ups and we had our downs, but we're here now, thank God. So,
Yeah.
but you know, that is pretty.
That's what's up. So how did y'all meet, man?
Ooh, how did we meet?
Ah.
I'll say this.
gonna go
I'll say
first?
this.
Who's gonna go
I'll
first?
I'll go
You go
first.
first.
I'll
You
go
go
first.
first.
We met.
I
So we all went to New Light, of course.
Yeah,
We all
right,
went to New
right.
Light. New Light at that time, New Light Baptist Church was just a great spot for youth. We had like 100 and something kids, maybe I don't know. It was a great participation. So in that era, there was a lot of girls at church. There was a lot of them.
Yeah.
So you had your pick of the litter. They had their pick of the litter, or whatever the case may be. So I had been around the youth group a little bit longer than she had. Her mom and dad, let's just say, were kind of protective of her and didn't want to, let her go out and venture out and do new things. But finally, they came around. So when she started coming to youth groups, choir rehearsal, things of that nature, I took a liking to her and approached her in that way. And, we started off as friends. And, I'll leave it at that. I'll let her finish on.
Uh-oh.
We started off. We were friends, right?
You were correct.
We were friends, but she was talking to somebody else at the time.
Okay.
Right. She was talking to somebody else at the time. There was things I didn't like that she was doing. But it was like little childish
It was little stuff.
high school
It was
stuff.
like I would give everybody. I'm a hugger.
Right.
So I'm gonna give everybody
Okay.
a hug.
Okay.
So when I go to Quinten to give him a hug, he said no.
Yeah, I said I'm good.
You already gave everybody a hug, so
Right.
it ain't something special. So then the next Sunday, I stopped giving everybody a hug and gave him a hug.
I was a jealous dude.
And there it is. And there it is.
But that's how it started. And I mean, one night I didn't like her, or we weren't friends, we couldn't talk. But I was just like, look, you gonna hug everybody else, and you don't need for you to hug me. That's basically what it was. So we fixed it. We were good. It was all playful.
I know it was all good. It was all good. It was all fun.
So anyway, she had who she had, and I said I said the little player thing. I told her I would wait, and we'll go from there.
Yeah. So who asked for whose number first?
Quinten.
Yes, I did.
He pursued me.
I pursued her.
He did. I had to make the changes. of
Man,
course.
don't say it like it wouldn't have been foreign for you. I mean, you were a little outspoken. You could have asked for the number.
That is true. That is true.
I could have. I don't even really remember.
I think I asked for the number, but that's when she was like, I'm talking to somebody, some dude in Norfolk is what she was saying.
Right.
But we don't really, we're just on the phone.
Yeah.
Is what she said. Back then it was
Yeah,
house phones.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
it. One
yeah.
of those cell phones.
You know how it was. So, but I did ask for the number.
Right.
And it wasn't a quick process. It was, we talked.
We did. We talked and we dated. Like
Yeah.
we went on dates before he asked me to be his girlfriend.
Word.
Yes, so we did do that. So it was like now we can look at like courtship type of deal. And
Yeah.
So our first date was August 28th. We went to see Hard Target.
We did see Hard
And
Target.
that was our first date to the
Wow.
UA movie
Yeah.
theater, which is now Cinema Cafe.
Cinema Cafe, yeah.
So we would get dropped off, and then we would walk back to church. Cause
I didn't get dropped off.
Oh,
I
okay.
walked.
Oh, well, that's what you did. I'm sorry. I grew up in Arrowhead, so I got dropped off, and then we walked back to church
Right.
or my Aunt Dee Dee house,
Right,
and then
right.
y'all's house.
Yeah.
And then that's
Wow.
that was our first date.
That was our first date.
That was our first date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yo.
then, it blossomed from there.
Yeah. And
So
then
how many dates before y'all made it official?
that was our first
I
date.
think that was our
don't know.
first one. Yeah.
That's one of them that really mattered. Like
Yeah.
that was, you know what I'm saying? I don't know about our second date, but we got together a month later. He asked me
that
out.
didn't take long.
Yeah, no, he asked me out September 12th.
She's a date. I don't remember.
Those are the good days I remember. That's all. I wrote it down in my diary, so
Okay.
I was that girl that kept a diary.
Right.
And I wrote down
Got you.
everything. And so if everybody finds that diary, burn
I was
it.
about to say, did you still have said diary?
It's probably in my parents' garage. Please go let Jesus burn it.
Let Jesus burn.
Because I
Let
wrote
Jesus
everything.
Yo.
Please don't read.
Damn, I remember that date. Yep.
Yeah.
I had on purple.
I was getting ready to ask y'all. Remember what y'all had on?
I had on purple.
At the movies?
Didn't I wear purple? And you had on the
I had on
the gold
the gold
shorts.
shirt, and then it was like those Carl Kanai
Carl
shorts.
Kanai shorts.
Yes, Carl Kanai. I
She
still
always
got a
tucked her
Carl
shirt
Kanai
in.
shirt.
I
to this
sure
day.
did. I want to tuck my shirt in now. And he's like, but I don't have a waistline, so I think I tuck the shirt in. It would
Too much
do
information.
better.
You're good. You gotta worry about all that. Good. But yeah, there was that date, and then we just, because we saw each other at church all the time.
Yeah.
We were always together basically.
easy.
Because it was choir rehearsal, then church service, and then whatever else.
Tutoring.
Tutoring.
Tutoring,
So whatever else
tutoring.
went on at church, we were there.
Yeah.
And,
we
was
did travel
spending
a lot.
Yeah,
with
we
the choir.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Them
You,
kids.
you think that time frame like pushed you all along a little further than it would have been if you all weren't around each other so much?
I would say yeah. I would definitely say yeah.
I mean, I would have never met him if we didn't go to church.
Well, yeah,
Like, you know
I'm
what I
just
mean?
saying. Do you think that because just meeting at that in that type of environment and being around each other so much, do you think you'd been like it'd been a little slower for you all, or do you think it would the same kind of progress that you would have been just as anxious to get to know her?
I think it probably would have been slower, but I think with us seeing each other all the time, I think it did accelerate a little bit.
Yeah.
Because if we didn't, we probably would have took our time. Because that's probably what happened to the dude in Norfolk. Y'all didn't really see each other that much. So, yeah, I would
On
think.
the phone, that's all we did.
Yeah.
We never went out.
Yeah.
Wow.
So me, it's that access. If you have access to him, and which I did, because I knew I would see her at church. We didn't really see. I don't think we saw each other outside of church unless we saw her. But
We didn't go to the same schools.
Right. We didn't go to the same school. So yeah. So that access helps it kind of accelerate it. But it probably would have took longer.
So y'all went to two different schools, crosstown rivalry schools.
Yeah.
A lot of smack talk back and forth.
Not then, but now,
then,
which
yeah.
is weird.
Well, it was then. I mean, yeah.
I went to Kempsville,
Went to Gainesville.
and he went to Tallwood. And, you know,
Lions, baby.
Wood, baby.
whatever.
You know
It wouldn't have been a Tallwood without a Kempsville.
Well, yeah, you can say that.
Let's not go that
You know
far.
what I'm
Let's
saying?
not go
Wouldn't have
that
been a
far.
Green
But it's
Run.
real.
Wouldn't have
It's
been
real
in
talk.
Salem.
But
Blah
it's
blah
real.
blah.
But it's
Yeah, it
real.
goes back. It goes back.
It's real
Yeah.
talk. It wouldn't have been a Tallwood without a Kempsville.
True,
And
true.
probably a Salem. That's all. I'll give it that credit. But Tallwood couldn't have stand on its own without those two schools at least. You got to give me that.
But
Okay.
we started dating, and I was playing football. But what was good about it was it's always good to know somebody who drives. So
No
you
doubt.
always, I wasn't driving at first, but we were always, and I think now we would probably be arrested. But it used to be a group of us always go over to Kensville,
Yeah.
and she ran track, and we would just go. We would just walk into the school
Yep.
and just
Crazy.
go wherever we wanted in the school. It was crazy. I look
There
back
wasn't a lot
on
of
it.
security back
It
then.
wasn't
There
a lot of
wasn't.
security. We
There
just
wasn't
pulled
no
up.
security at the desk. You
We
just
pulled
walk
up in
in
the back. He walked in, and I would go look for her, and have some of her friends, and I don't know, some of my guy friends would talk to her friends. I don't know, but I knew I was coming to see her.
Yeah.
So,
Crazy.
and you couldn't. She didn't know we was coming because there wasn't no cell phones or
Right,
nothing like
right.
that back then. But
It's right on up there.
we right up there, visit her, and come on back. Sometimes we get kicked out, sometimes we wouldn't. But
Most of the time you wouldn't.
yeah.
Unless somebody arguing.
Yeah,
Stupid.
And then we knew the
Yeah.
football players too, so
Yeah.
we would dap them
Because
up and everything.
because there would have been no Tallwood without a Kempsville.
Anyway,
Come on, everybody's friends.
Should never ask
Yeah,
that question.
but
Yeah, I'm just saying.
yeah, so
And then, and don't forget, Kempsville, we were city champions in '95.
I don't remember that.
Okay.
I don't recall at all.
I don't recall that at all. And you,
I graduated in
you,
94, so
everybody
I didn't
remembers.
even pay attention to that.
Everybody, Tallwood lost by the girl kicker.
you like fast forward the story. You like
I'm
going
getting
so
all
fast.
to the highlights.
So aggressive
It's the highlight.
with the storytelling right
Yes, the
it's
girl
the highlight.
kicker beat us, but that's the only points y'all scored. 2 field goals.
But that's also called a win. That's all. Okay, you go to the next one.
now. This conversation is
Either
over.
way, Kempsville won.
Turn the lights off. Turn the
Kempsville
camera.
won. Either way, we won.
That's cool.
How long before you all knew that you all were serious? Like seriously locked in. I don't mean not from hello, you're my girlfriend to we are locked into this thing.
You want a joke question or serious?
Give me both of them. Give me both of them. How you spell both with the
I'm
F?
pregnant.
That's definitely the locked in
You
one.
can't get more locked in than that.
That's
I
locked
locked
in.
in.
That was locked in for
I
our
mean, that was
generation.
locked in.
Yeah, it really was.
I mean, that's funny. But I don't know. I think that was like a serious time in our life. But I mean, when we were like before we graduated high school, we would always say, I would end my little notes with wifey and stuff like that.
Okay.
You know,
I say it like this. And I don't mean to cut you. I'm sorry, but when we were dating, so that period of time when we were dating, we dated 3 months, then we broke up. I broke up with her. I did. I broke up with her. So we spent the summer away from each other, but not away from each other. So I believe in that time of that separation, for me at least, I can't say it for her, but for me, I think that's when my love for her kind of was like, dang, I do miss her. You know what I'm saying? Because we did have that separation time. And I admit I broke up with her for somebody else. She already knows I broke up. I was trying to get with somebody else, but it didn't work. Oh.
He reminds me of this every month for the last 23 years.
No. No, just when I'm losing an argument or something like that.
Okay.
But we came together. We were actually doing a play together, and it was me and my current girl I was talking to. So, but I was always see her. I just, when you have those feelings, you always have those feelings. So, but
I'm remembering. I'm
sorry.
You are.
Yeah. So,
it's hilarious.
but those that period of time was kind of like, I guess you would say we needed separation. Hind's what was it? Words when you speak forward. Hindsight
2020.
Hindsight 2020.
Yeah.
So, anyway, in that time, I really had to win her back.
I got you.
So it really caused me to have to work to get her to trust me again.
On your side of the fence in that situation, what did winning you back look like?
I don't know. I was hurt, angry, disappointed. Then I don't know. What's the question? So I can make sure I answer it right.
My God.
So while he was going through that summer, he had somebody else, and he realized he made the mistake. He knew he had to win you back. What did that process of him winning you back look like? Like for you, what did you make him do requirements?
I don't look at him winning me back.
Wow, I did some work, yo.
I mean,
say what you saying. Let me hear it.
I don't know. Okay. I don't know. You know what I mean? But it'd be certain stuff because I knew what I was doing. Like I would make sure I sprayed, my favorite perfume.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? I made sure I was super cute and wore the right.
So you saying you would lure me back?
I don't know if I lured you back, but I did make you like, well, damn.
I did do that.
And then we were young, and it was just like, I don't know. You know what I mean? So it's like it was more like, okay, well, okay. I wanted the attention, so I would get the attention. I knew how to get his attention. So therefore, at that my young self, it was just not like a big thing, but it was just a teenage thing. I want the attention. I was cute, and I made sure, he saw me. And
So
we get back together, and then he breaks up with me again.
Yikes! I don't think I knew it happened twice.
Yeah.
Do tell. What was the second time about?
Well, hey, you brought it up.
It was at the time. Wait a minute. Okay, let me get this right. You broke up with me.
It was further down the road. I'll
get my dates right. Hold on.
Yeah, get them right.
It was Although We've Come to the End of the Road was a song that
You're so old.
You know what? Oh God, what day? What was that breakup? It was October 4th. It's in my diary. Anyway, the second time we broke up, I know I was a freshman in school, and that was the time we broke up because
a freshman where?
I went to Clark Atlanta University in Atlanta, Georgia. And
I was where?
And he was here.
Okay. Okay.
And I would go out with my friends that I met, and we would go to parties. And then I'm telling him, yeah, I just got out from a party. And he was like, well, did you dance with somebody? I was like, yeah. He's like, well, how did you dance? I'm like, I don't know. I was just dancing. And he was just like, broke up with me because I'm dancing with dudes. And how he said it, I'm having sex with clothes on.
Wow. You didn't have to say that to the podcast.
I mean, you the one to be like, and I wasn't.
Okay.
But he broke up with me. He broke up with me for that. And so then I'm coming home for Thanksgiving,
which
And-
you were not invited once again.
And once again, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna
Everybody
go
can
see.
attest that you
I'm
were
gonna
not
go
invited.
see the family
The family.
because I know
Wow.
we
'Cause
broke
you
up.
can't shake
We
it.
broke
You
up, but I
can't
didn't break
shake
up with the
that.
family.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
it's Thanksgiving, so I came to go see his mom and well, at the time, Mr. and Mrs. Warrick and everybody else, and I'm talking to everybody else.
Everybody
and
else.
Quinten stayed upstairs the whole time.
You was not invited. So,
But then we got back together.
We did.
Then we got back
But
together.
in that process, her side was.
But it was a
cool.
long distance relationship, and that
It
was
was
the
a long
realness
distance
of
relationship.
it all.
That was the realness of it all.
Okay.
Long distance is hard, and even till this day, I tell people I was like, long distance is tough, and it's just really tough. So if you can do it, cool, but it's hard.
Yeah.
And I told people that our story all the time. But at that period of time, we did talk about it. Like when she left for school, we were like, "Are we going to stay together or not?" I think she wanted us to break up, to be honest with you, so she could do, you know what I mean?
Do the dirty dancing.
You know what I mean? But
Okay, I'll be quiet.
yeah. Then you can say after,
No, I'm not gonna say anything.
Oh, okay, cool. So, but I think we
I'll say
talked
it
about
off
it.
camera.
Oh God.
Ouch.
So you can just change light bulbs and stuff.
Oh, you talking about being a janitor?
I'm talking about being apart, being in long distance relationships.
Anyway,
Was
I
it
don't
light
even
bulbs
know
or was
what
it window blinds?
Oh, you going there with it? Oh yeah, window blinds.
Okay.
It was window blinds.
doing
Anyway, my bad.
favors.
Okay. See, you getting off track.
I'm not. I'm just saying.
But
I mean,
Excuse me.
we married now.
all I'm saying is we had the discussion. I'm just trying to give them the highlights. Now all that
I'm
other
sorry.
stuff.
I'm sorry. I'll be
But
good.
we did have that discussion. And we just decided to do long distance. So I know.
I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm sorry.
You know how you sitting here, you're like, what is she talking about? And then you're like, oh, that's what you talking about.
The light bulbs are slowly coming on for me. It's a dim wit. It's about a 20 watt light right now.
I'm
It's
sorry.
slowly getting brighter.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was funny.
But we did.
I'm sorry.
We did. And in October, we did. It was a lot of other things that was going on, which is why we broke up. So you didn't tell them about how you wanted to go background dancing. And at the same time, let me say this: I was in the midst of a life change because I was doing gospel rap and everything. So I was like, I can't have no girl stripping or doing backup dancing and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what she was doing in Atlanta, but these are the conversations that we have.
Yeah.
I'm. Trust me, audience, whoever's listening, I'm exaggerating. She wasn't stripping, but I was just like,
I wasn't.
in my
But I did
gospel
think,
mind,
but I did
was
think
like, she's
about
not
it. I did
doing
think
right.
about it, and I say that I thought about it.
Right.
And I was gonna be Starburst.
Right. And our conversation,
I didn't.
It
know
was just a
that.
group of my
And
friends.
mind you,
we're having our girl talk.
we're
and this
writing
is what-
letters. This is writing letters back and forth. Me going to the payphone
That
with
is
the
true.
calling card.
Oh,
That
the
is true.
calling
Right,
card.
this is
That is
all
true. This is
different
how
now.
this
I didn't have
happened.
access
Yeah.
to it like we did.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
So when he's reading something, it really happened 2 weeks ago.
right. So,
So that's kind of like that's the hardness of the
and
relationship.
then when we do
Yeah.
talk, it's like, oh, I'm gonna go to Hooters because I want to work. And her friend telling this, and I'm like, Hooters?
Yeah.
What is going on down there?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but I didn't.
no, you didn't.
I
But
didn't.
but you talking about Virginia, Georgia?
Yeah.
And, that's just all that stuff just plays a big
That's a
part.
long
Yeah.
distance. Yeah.
Long distance. So we did have that breakup. She did come to the Thanksgiving dinner. I did stay upstairs. I think I came down for a little bit, but I did stay upstairs because
Yeah.
I was like, "Yo, we broken up." You know what I'm saying? You weren't trying to change, and so I don't like you.
Yeah,
Right, basically.
yeah.
But my family, you know my family. So
Yeah, no doubt.
They don't.
No
They
doubt.
don't
Once
have
you
no.
win, you win. You ain't
Right.
getting
They don't
out.
have no
Yeah.
loyalty. Bump that.
Yeah.
But it all worked out. So.
So in that situation, how did you all find your way back?
How did we find our way? I think it was when you came home from the summertime, right?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah. I mean, all this is happening between, we graduated in 96 and we got married in 2000. So we're just talking like, it sounds like a big long time, but really talking 4 years.
Right.
And so if we only have a summer, which is what, 2 months, 3 months from like the school wise, I just think our friendship, as Quinn always says, like we couldn't be when we were not together. And I was like, we could still be friends. And it's like, we can't be friends. But I really do think our friendship is what kind of kept us going.
Yeah.
Without it being the thing that we're saying we're friends. The one thing we said we weren't going to be was friends if we broke up. But I want to believe that was maybe the real reason why we were what we were.
Right.
And we are what we are.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Because during that period of time, really, like I said, when I say I would like ride my bike to the payphone to go talk to her. So those are those sacrifices that build that you building, that foundation you building. It doesn't just go away even though you don't like each other or whatever. It still stays. It stays where it is. But yeah, out in the cold, talking on the payphone, prepaid cards, payphone,
call collect. You know, it was
and still writing letters,
codes.
and then just going to the box where her letters are with the perfume she sprayed on it. So it's a lot of stuff that just don't go away.
Yeah,
so
I did do that.
She did.
How much of those things do y'all still have?
Everything.
I got the box up there.
I got the box up there.
Word.
Yeah.
How often do you revisit?
I don't revisit it now. It's there. I know where
Yeah.
it's at.
I think we revisited it one time, but then I think when we moved here, I opened it up.
Yeah, we did. It's a lot of letters.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad. It's not bad. You like when you move it, you open it up and you'll still smell. For me, it was White Diamonds.
I feel you.
Yeah, White Diamonds perfume. Everybody says it's old now, but I still kind of like it.
I mean, at the time it was a thing.
Yeah.
It
It still
was.
just brings you back. It's definitely reminiscent, but so I would say we definitely look at it at least once a year. One of us does, if not more. But it's definitely just like.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's dope.
A couple pics in there, you know what I mean? Hey.
The Polaroid can't get them
the
developed.
Polaroid.
They don't even Polaroid. I had to wait till they go to the
You gotta wait.
CVS.
You gotta
Oh, Lord.
So they saw
35,
them too.
35 millimeter.
They saw
35
them too.
millimeter.
That's
Jesus.
so funny.
Nothing
Nothing
serious.
No,
but
nothing
I
serious.
mean, it is. It's betwixt the two of y'all. It's all that matters. It's all that matters.
Yeah.
So proposal, what did that look like?
Well, ours was different because she was pregnant already. Right.
Okay. Did
Okay.
you feel pressure to?
I don't know if it was pressured. It was like, what's the best way to say it? On my end, and I'll let you say however you want to say it. On my end, it was like we were already, I want to say 6 years in, on and off, maybe working on 7. So we were talking about it because she was at the end of her school, or she was going through school issues. So it was always a thought. It was faster than what we thought, but it was definitely was on the table.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was pressure from the pregnancy or did the pregnancy speed it up. I think the pregnancy just sped it up for me.
Okay.
But it was always a thought for me to marry her. But it wasn't. I will say it wasn't when we did get married. It was definitely faster
I got you.
than that.
Yeah. That's fair. So the proposal. So we knew we were I don't know.
I think we planned the wedding before the proposal.
Yeah,
to be honest
we
with
knew we were
you.
getting married. Like, well, it was like, well, look, this is what we're doing, whatever. But the proposal was, we were, I was at the house and I was just folding his clothes, and we were just kind of talking about stuff or whatever. And then I'm grabbing a shirt. This is how I remember. This might not be how it happened, but this is how I remembered it. But I'm just grabbing clothes, just talking, whatever, and then I'm trying to go for some more clothes and grab.
It wasn't romantic at all. Go ahead, say it.
It was romantic. I was hoping it was. So we're just folding clothes, and then as I'm trying to grab something, I turn around, and then that's where he had the ring and the whole proposal. But we
That's what's up.
it was sweet. But we knew we were
what's
getting
up.
We already
married.
knew
We
that.
knew we were going to get married, and all those kinds of things or whatever. Because we had already like talked about it before I even came home.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know he went and talked to my dad. I didn't know any of these things,
Oh, wow, you did the traditional route. Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I didn't know he did
Okay.
that, and so, I mean, I told my parents, I was, all of the things that we're having
But this
to
is
do.
after they found out that she's pregnant.
Right.
So this is
So
all
they,
after.
so they knew we were having a baby, you know what I'm saying, all that was. But they didn't necessarily know that now we're actually going to get married, so to say.
Gotcha.
But yeah, then that was like May, and we got married in August.
In August.
Wow.
So it was a quick wedding. It was a great wedding.
Hold tight. We're going to come right back with part 2. Ran out of time. We're going to come right back with part 2. Y'all good with that?
We're good
Yes.
with that.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
We right back. Y'all come back. Y'all come back. Be right back.